Hey there, boils and ghouls. I'm Mr. McCobb, and welcome back to my movie library. Look, I just really want to take a second to apologize to everybody. I haven't posted a video in a little bit. Just been busy with work and everything else, and just kind of like taking a minute to kind of look around and see what's kind of going on, and try to get some new ideas for videos and stuff like that. This being a haul video, not particularly original, is it? But yeah, I just picked up a couple of really neat things. One thing I'm really excited about in particular, and I just wanted to share with you guys, because this to me is a holy grail that I've been looking for years. Never thought I would ever own it, and I finally got it. I'll get to that in a second. To show you a couple other things I picked up first, though. First of all, picked up a hardback book of Pet Sematary, Stephen King. This only cost me $8. See that there? So, yeah, this is really kind of cool. Just, I don't know, that was kind of the main thing that attracted me to it, is like, I like the red here, kind of the red fringe on the pages here. It looks like blood. And I saw this, as just like, man, this is really, really cool. I'd like to have this. And Pet Sematary is one of my all-time favorite books. I love it. Just great story. Love it. Love the original movie. The remake, I think the remake could have worked, because the thing with the remake, like the original movie did a near perfect adaptation of the book. There were a couple of things that were left out, but for the most part, the movie was, a really, really good, very solid adaptation of the book. So when they got around to doing the remake, it's like, well, it would make sense that they would change a few things, because, you're not going to get much more of a faithful adaptation of the book than the original movie. I mean, sure, you could have put those extra couple of elements that were, mostly Judd's wife, but other than that, I was like, so it makes sense that they could have changed up a few little details. So like people going to see the remake, kind of like what they did with the Night of the Living Dead remake, where, like Tom Savini decided to change some things up a little bit, and so you think you're taking the same road, and then all of a sudden, when the movie, you feel like the movie's supposed to go left, it turns right instead, and they did that kind of thing with the remake. But where they failed was they spoiled all of it. Social media spoiled it, the trailers spoiled it, everybody spoiled it. So like, that was the thing. I think word of mouth really could have helped that remake, and it would have done a lot better, I think, had they just, kept some of that stuff a secret, Whereas like for Savini's Night of the Living Dead, that actually worked in that movie's favor. And sorry. Now everybody considers, Savini's Night of the Living Dead one of the best horror remakes ever. So, oh well, it's kind of a shame. But yeah, but anyway, I just saw this, and like I said, just, with the red fringe on the pages and stuff like that, like I said, it looks like blood and everything else. That just sold me on it. So really, really happy to have this. So I got Pet Sematary hardback. Happy about that. Picked this up, and wow, surprised to actually get my hands on this. I got the collector's edition 4K of 2001, A Space Odyssey. You can tell, see, look at this thing. It's a fingerprint magnet. But really, really nice. Got the hard case and everything else, and this was $24, but get to something in a second. Got the 4K there. And, you got some cards in here, Got a little booklet, too. There's your booklet. Really, really good movie. Man, like, yeah. 2001, if you're a fan of this movie, 2001 Space Odyssey is a perfect example of a movie to own on 4K. This movie it looks phenomenal on 4K. Just brilliant. I can't recommend this movie on 4K enough. Just the way the effects look, everything else. For a movie, I think it was 1968 when this came out? It holds up tremendously. I mean, yeah, some of the stuff looks a little dated, but still. But we got our cards here. Nothing on the back, as you can see, but here we go. Dave Bowman. But yeah, if I were, that would definitely be a good example. If everybody's like, you know, can you recommend a movie that really does look great on 4K? 2001: Space Odyssey. You can't miss. But so anyway, so the thing is like, yeah, I already have the 4K of this. This is kind of more of a, got this more for the packaging. But see, here's the thing. Okay, we're gonna put this back in here. Here's the thing. See, here's my copy of 2001: Space Odyssey on 4K. I got this in the Stanley Kubrick movie 3-pack. But I don't know if you remember or not, but here, I think it was last year, I got The Shining, the 4K Steelbook from the Film Vault series. So now I can take my, I don't need 2 4Ks of The Shining, so I could take this. So like, dude, you're breaking up the set. Well, you know, it's not that big of a deal. At the record store, they'll still take it. I'm going to hold on to my Full Metal Jacket for now. Maybe see if I can get the Steelbook or find a collector's edition of that. But, you know, now I can sell, I can take to the record store, I can sell off my copy of The Shining, because like I said, I don't need 2 4Ks of this. And I can take this copy of 2001, came with the set, sell that off. Oh, wait, no. No, this is mine. Sorry, this is the one I was going to sell off. Right, this is the one. So, I can take this down. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Oh, I didn't know this was a 3-disc set. Okay. Is this one 3 discs? Yeah, I believe it is. Sorry, I'm not trying to waste your time. Okay. Okay. I didn't notice that. Yeah, the discs are stacked. Never noticed that before. But it is 3 discs. Okay. Probably find a better case to put that in. But so I'm going to take mine from my Kubrick box set. Put that in there. Here we go. Because I know this one's perfect condition. This one here, it looks in good condition, but just, you know, like, yeah, a couple of fingerprints and stuff. So, but nothing can be cleaned up too easily. So, there you go. So, yeah. So I take that, sell that off. So now I just need a, you know, I got a nice, you know, Film Vault Steelbook Collector's Edition of The Shining. Now I got this nice box Collector's Edition of 2001: Space Odyssey with the nice hard box and everything else. So now I just need a nice Collector's Edition or Steelbook or something. But right now I'm perfectly happy with just having the standard, you know, Full Metal Jacket. So anyway, that's something for another day. So anyway, so yeah, we got those. And getting close to the thing that the Holy Grail that I picked up. But real quick first, it's connected to this. You guys know, you know, you've been following my videos. I've been, you know, looking for newer DVDs to replace some of my old beat up DVDs of Mystery Science Theater and replace them, because this is what I got left in this here. And you can see, like, yeah, so like there. But anyway, came across this one for 13 bucks. So yeah, so just some of my discs have wear and tear on them. So came across this. This was only $13. This is volume 3. This one has the Atomic Brain, the Unearthly, the Side Hackers, and Shorts volume 2. All really good episodes. So this one here has got the little flap here. It pulls out. Hang on. There it is. Okay. So a little pulls out like that. You open it up. It's like you're going down the tunnel into the theater. So, yeah. Surprised me to find this one. They had another one. I was like, ugh, a little over $100. Sorry, I couldn't spare that. But then the inside, the thing is, I'm surprised. Like, yeah, you could tell I had to use a little bit of masking tape there. The outer box is a little bit beat up. You know, it's got some wear and tear on it. But you know what? The discs are perfectly mint condition. I cannot believe how good these discs look. Perfect condition. Just, man, check the backs too. Like, backs on these things are just amazing. Just flawless. You know, like almost brand new. Like this thing's never even been watched. It's almost like somebody bought this and just, you know, just put it on a shelf and let it sit there. And like, yeah, the outer box took a little bit of damage here and there over the years, but the rest of it, perfect. So, this is the other side of it. But yeah, nice to have a nice, you know, like I said, yeah, even though the outer box is a little bit beat up, I'm really, really thrilled to have a nice new set of Volume 3 of Mystery Science Theater 3000 for my collection with perfect, flawless discs, you know. Yeah, most of these episodes are pretty good, you know. The Atomic Brain, great. The Unearthly, meh. Time to go to bed. If you're a Mystery Science Theater fan, you know that line. The Side Hackers, definitely one of their more popular episodes. And, you know, Chili Peppers Burn My Gut, you know. And then Shores Volume 2, you got some really, really good ones on here. So, just really awesome. Great set. Happy to have it. And now that leads me into the big find. Like I said, I have the standard edition of these, but I have wanted this box set for a long, long, long time. You know, mainly because, you know, I don't have, well, I'll just go ahead and show it to you. It's like, stop drawing out the suspense. I have the collectible tin for Mystery Science Theater 3000. This is the 20th anniversary edition, and the sucker is huge. It's chunky. It's, you know, but the reason why I really wanted it is because it has the Crow T robot figure in there. I've never had it. I've always wanted the Crow figure. Always wanted this thing. I got the Servo, I got the Gypsy, but I never had the Crow. Let's see if I can. Huh. Yeah, it's kind of tricky. Yeah, I better not. Say it's kind of tricky trying to take that out. But I've always wanted the Crow. I have the Servo figure. I got the Gypsy figure. I always wanted the Crow. And for years, this has eluded me. I was never able to get my hands on it. And now I finally came across it. And I don't want to say how much I paid for it because that's embarrassing. But, you know, it was not cheap. It wasn't $100. It was less than $100, but still. I finally have it. I finally have the Crow figure. And I got the set, you know, the collectible tin. This one comes with some good episodes on here. You got first Spaceship on Venus, Laser Blast, which was their final, yeah, I believe this was their final Sci-Fi Channel episode. Then it went to, final Comedy Central episode. Then it went to Sci-Fi Channel. We got Werewolf. This is a really, really good one. Very, very good jokes. And we got this one here, Future War, god-awful movie, but my God, you know, just, oh God, such a rip-off of, you know, Terminator and Jurassic Park and just on and on and on. I mean, literally there's a scene where, you know, these two jump in the back of a truck and they're like telling the guy, go, 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 and he's going. You got the dinosaur like closing on, like that Jeep scene from Jurassic Park. I mean, just such a terrible movie, you know. And the guy sitting there fighting the other guy, the bad guy was Robert Starr, and was the good guy Mark Dacascos? I can't remember. But anyway, so they're fighting each other in a warehouse full of empty cardboard boxes and stuff. It's like, oh my God, just terrible movie, but you know, got some good jokes in here. So, but and here's the set, you know, all the movies in there. So, yeah. So I could take my standard of this now and I can sell that off and get some good store credit. I could pick up something else for it. So, but yeah, just to finally get my hands on, you know, the collector's edition of this. And like I said, you know, I know I've already repeated it a bunch of times, but to finally own the Crow figure, I could not be happier. I've always wanted this. A friend of mine, you know, who passed away years ago, he had it. And he knew he had me dead to rights. He knew that I wanted this thing. And, you know, and he teased me with it. It's like, I got it, you don't, and everything else, and but just for the longest time, never ever thought I was ever going to own this, but now I have it, and I can't believe that I have it, and I'm really, really thrilled. Like this set has been a holy grail for me since forever, and can't believe the day has come. I'm holding it in my hands. There is a teeny little bit of a dent there you can see. But, yeah, other than that, the rest of it is perfect. Perfect condition, just for that, except for that tiny little dent. But, still, I'm happy. I'm happy to have it. And there you go. Now it's a permanent addition to my collection, so we got that. So happy about this, even though I spent more than I wanted to on it. So we got that, and we're going to wrap this up. We got Mystery Science Theater Volume 3. So nice to finally have this. I now have the collector's edition, where I put that at, of Full Metal Jacket, 2001 Space Odyssey. I now have the hardbox collector's edition of it for my collection. And, yeah. And I found a nice copy of Pet Sematary with the bloody fringe pages on it. So that's cool. So there you go. So, yeah. So, again, sorry it took me so long to make a video. Just, like looking for some ideas. I got some ideas for a couple of videos I want to try. And it is about time. I really do need to get going on, showing the boxes with, my movies in them. I need to get going on that. But, yeah, sorry for the hold-up, guys, and hopefully start getting more videos out here in the very near future. So that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch all of this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, would you mind leaving a like? If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Do all the good fun stuff that they always say, ring the bell, blah, 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 everything else. And, yeah, that's about it, everybody. So, take care. Thank you for coming along with me. And, love your movie library. I'll love you back. And have a good night. Bye.